At first, when reviewing the CLOs, the CAPES, the ELCC standards, and the ISTE standards, I was a little overwhelmed. However, I realized that a lot of these standards are related to one another, and realized how much they're going to help me as an administrator. The CLOs of this course, such as being able to compare major theories and concepts in educational leadership, is going to help me figure out what theory of leadership I feel is strong and what type of leader I want to be, and hopefully will be a strong leader and be able to lead my staff in a way where they will respect me and in a way where I will be able to motivate them to grow and not be content with sticking with one style of teaching and exploring other things. And working my way into some of those ISTE standards where they will explore more technology and be able to find various ways of teaching in their class. I want to be able to inspire other teachers to do more in their class where they don't feel like I'm trying to take over their class, but rather give them some resources that they can use in their class to make them a stronger teacher, to make them a happier teacher, and so that they feel like I'm there to support them as they need help and give them more tools for their classroom that maybe they don't know how to access. As well as going into the next part of the question was any concerns that I have in this class. Really, the class itself, so far I'm getting it. I felt a little overwhelmed at first, just trying to figure out all the different things, the blogs and the journals and webinars. I've never used Adobe Connect, so that was a different experience for me. I was hoping that my laptop was gonna work well with it and be compatible, and it did. Really, I have a 7-week-old daughter, so my only concern is just being able to manage my time. So far, I've been able to do it. I just kind of figured that, as she sleeps, I work, and, it's something that it's good for me to do this now because, as an admin, I'm going to have to kind of figure those things out as well because some things can come up. I might have to stay later at school that I didn't expect to. And I'm going to be able to, need to be able to juggle being a mom and working at the same time. To get out of this class, I'm really hoping that I can learn to be a strong leader. In my district, at multiple schools, I've seen so many admins come and go, and teachers, basically, if they don't like an administrator, they really go after them. And I've seen administrators be fired for that. And being a teacher where you have so much job security and then going somewhere where you see that a lot of administrators just don't last, it can be frightening. And so, I want to be a leader that people respect me and, but someone that I don't want to be someone that I'm just going to let the teachers do whatever they want. Let the teachers, if they don't want to teach or they don't want to follow the new Common Core standards, say, oh, they can do that. I don't want to be like that. I want to somehow make those changes and encourage them to change and be able to get them to grow, but in a way that they still, respect me and they don't feel like I'm trying to take over their classroom as well. The experience and expertise that I feel that I have, I can contribute to this learning community of this course is that I'm in a lot of different committees at my school, basically to get me some more experience. My first year teaching, I was doing, I was the PTA Vice President of memberships. Including, we made fall festivals and figured out ways to make money for the school. And then, we worked with the principal and figured out, ways of best spending, money and working with them on how could we help the school with the money that we raised. overall, being part of that was great because there were a lot of things of PTA that I didn't understand, and as a principal, I might expect certain things from them, or think that, there are certain ways we could raise money that, we really can't, but I wouldn't have understood that without being in PTA. As well as being part of PTA, I understood kind of what do they expect from the principal. You work really hard. It can be like another job being part of PTA, and you want to feel appreciated, and you want to feel like what you're doing matters. And if you want to have a strong PTA at your school, as a principal, you really need to show your appreciation for them, as well as figure out ways that you can help them to ease up some of the workload, because some PTAs at some schools only have 5 people, and that's really hard to do that. Creating, so for instance, a fall festival on your own, the principal kind of has to be the person in the middle that helps PTA come along with the teachers, because if the teachers don't support them and help them out, it's really hard to do some of those bigger events, so it can't fall just on them. Another thing is I was part of, or I'm still part of, Action Teams for Partnerships, where we try and get the community involved, as well as getting, the community of the school involved, and getting parents involved in the students' learning and coming up with some of those, goals for them. That really kind of goes close along with a lot of our standards. For instance, for the CAPE Standard 20, it is involving the community and helping achieve the school's vision and goals. That's the main thing of being part of ATP is first we come up with a goal, we come up with behavior goals, as well as we come up with academic goals for the students. There's various goals that you can make, but right now that's what we're at, is we're aiming for academic and behavior. And when we come up with those goals, we also communicate that with the school. And as well, after coming up with those goals, we find a plan of how we're going to be able to reach those goals and monitor data. And that would be part of CAPE 9, where it says working with others to identify students and school needs and developing a data-based school growth plan. And that actually goes right along with the Educational Leadership Standard 1.2, where it says candidates understand and can collect and use data to identify school goals, assess effectiveness, and important plans to achieve goals. Part of being ATP, we actually try to have various people as part of our committee. So there's the principal, so it's good because I get to see how she leads the ATP meetings, teachers, and we try to have parent and community members as well involved. So right now we have the PTA president who's in there, another parent, and we have a coach that doesn't have the child at the school, but he offers some free tutoring outside in the community involved, and he knows a lot of different community partnerships that he gets to help with him. So with that, I kind of experience with working with those goals, as well as, like I said, we go ahead and we will talk about our goals. But right now what we're using is district testing that we do 3 times a year, and we're looking to make a 5% jump increase each year. And so testing period. And so we talk about how do you collect your test scores, and we go ahead and show the staff how you can do that through their program. And then how to make goals for your students, and how to report those goals back to us. And then we monitor, as a school, did we go up 5% in both language arts and math? And see if we met our goal, as well as we come up with incentives. Right now we're doing like ribbons for reaching a goal for the students, and an award ceremony to kind of motivate them to want to grow, and as well as recognize them for their achievements. And then, as well as for the ISTE goals, I am the techno teacher for my school, and what that means is that at our district, there's one teacher at every school that's kind of the techno teacher. And what the techno teacher does is we go to district meetings and we discuss different ways we're using technology in our classroom, currently right now I'm doing the flipped classroom for math, which basically means that my students are watching video lessons for math at home, and then they come home and kind of do the homework inside the class. So that really helps, because a lot of the parents are struggling with the Common Core math and don't know how to help them, but they're not expected to be able to do that right now. They're just expected to be able to watch the videos, and they're accountable through notes. And then we also share within the district different programs that we're using, and then at staff meetings I communicate those ways of how to help them. So, overall in those, I'm actually just kind of exploring all the ISTE standards, being part of that, because I'm kind of the person that not only goes to these meetings to learn them, but I'm also supposed to kind of report back to my school and encourage other teachers to use these different means of teaching their students and helping their students learn. And that kind of concludes my experience as so far as, as an admin role, and what kind of experiences I have and what I have to contribute to this course.